Right then, guys, back for part two of my response to Mr. Hall of Fame's thread. Sorry, I just had to cut the video because it was going to be longer than 15 minutes. So yeah, I just thought I'd split it into two parts. So yeah, I'll get on and jump right into question 3, which was pick out 5 artists whose image you love. Pretty simple question, and quite easy in the sense that I could have picked out many more, but had to narrow it down to 5, which is pretty tough actually. But yeah, I picked out 5 here, and the first one's not going to surprise any of you this time. Second time Bob Dylan has featured in this video, and this time for a slightly better reason, I guess. But yeah, had to pick Dylan out because for me, his mid-60s image, 65 and 66. That kind of classic Dylan image, for me, it kind of defined the term rock star. I mean, he really changed, from, very small space of time. He went from kind of a bit of a hillbilly, I guess. You kind of very, Woody Guthrie-esque, in his image and his approach to performing, to this, full-on rock star. When he went on his world tour in '66, he was really a rock star. So yeah, just picked out this book, which is a great book, by the way. I think any Dylan fans should definitely check this out. This is the illustrated biography, which is just a really nice collection of rare or unseen photos of Dylan, from his the beginning of his career right up until the present day. So yeah, definitely recommend this book. But yeah, just pick this out because just to show you some images I love of Dylan. From his mid-60s period. Classic one here of him going electric at Newport. Famous incident. Very controversial at the time. Him in the studio wearing those iconic Ray-Bans. Well, they look like Ray-Bans to me. They're probably not Ray-Bans. So he's kind of growing his hair out a little bit, becoming a lot messier. As I say, kind of turning himself into a rock star. Press conferences in late '65, hanging out with Brian Jones from the Rolling Stones, and I also love the polka dot shirts he used to wear. That was again a kind of defining image of him in the mid '60s. And this is the '66 World Tour, and you can see how much he's kind of grown his hair out there, and going really curly, and here he is in concert in '66, wearing those full-body suits, which I really love as well. I think they really did wonders for his image on in those shows. Sorry, this is quite a hard book to hold. Albert Grossman, which was of course Dylan's manager up until I think 1967. And he really lost a lot of weight in 1966. I don't know, he was obviously leading a pretty kind of turbulent lifestyle, and I don't really know the reasons for him losing weight, but I think it actually added to his image of in the mid '60s. But playing harmonica there, smoking, and this is him in concert. I love the hand movements as well that he did when he was performing. It was just kind of, it was infectious just watching him, kind of going about his business, and the way he kind of, strolled around the stage and, kind of prowled around the stage, I should say, was, it's just amazing to watch. I can't take my eyes off it. When I see Bob Dylan in concert, in the mid '60s, it's an incredible thing. And that's the end. So yeah, really the mid '60s Dylan, I think is the defining Dylan image, and yeah, just one I really do love. So I had to show Dylan. But yeah, moving on. Second one I picked out is Elton John, and doesn't really need any explanation. I know this is only an illustration of him, but I don't have any of his other albums. So just the flares, the whole, the way he dressed, the extravagant sunglasses he used to wear, and just all the wacky outfits is just really cool. High heels, high-heeled boots, flares, all those wacky colours, just real symbol of glam rock, I guess. And yeah, just always loved Elton John's image. Okay, so next one, again, classic of course, this is Jimi Hendrix, and you know, what do I need to say? Just a complete icon of the, you know, mid to late '60s. The way he dressed, the way he just the way he acted, and the way he performed was infectious and very, very influential as well. And you know, just kind of the icon of you know, peace and love, and kind of the hippie movement, I guess, of the late '60s. So I had to pick Hendrix out because for me he's just an icon of yeah, the '60s, and yeah, so that's Hendrix. Again, a classic. And then the final one is the fourth one I picked out is PJ Harvey. And you know, I mentioned PJ Harvey before, you know, very recently in my videos, you know, but I haven't really mentioned too much about her, you know, the way she dresses and her image. And I actually really, really like it. Just the way she dresses in that that long white dress, very, very elegant, and the way she plays her auto harp, and you know, the things she wears on her head and stuff, just a really elegant image, and yeah, just an image I really do have warmed to, I guess, over the last few weeks and months. So yeah, that's PJ Harvey would be another one. And then the final one, again, kind of an obvious choice here, but I picked out David Bowie. I don't actually have any of his albums on vinyl. I listen to him, you know, quite a lot though. On, you know, I've got a lot of his music on my computer, and just the epitome really of glam rock, and that genre of music. He just epitomizes it perfectly, and just such a maverick in the way he dressed, and the way he again, the way he performed was incredible. And you know, I know he was a bit, you know, I know he's a bit weird. He went through weird stages, but you know, but I just love everything about his image, so I had to pick out Bowie. So yeah, those are the 5 I picked out. Again, I could have mentioned, you know, double that, maybe even triple. So great question. And yeah, I'll move on to question 4, which was, I believe, favourite soundtracks. And I'm not really going to be able to answer this one in great depth. I've only got one example here, and I don't know if this is actually the, you know, the right kind of thing to be showing, I guess. I actually picked out I'm Not There, the soundtrack for I'm Not There. I don't know if he was asking for soundtrack songs or just general, you know, kind of soundtrack albums, but yeah, I picked out a soundtrack album, and that's the I'm Not There soundtrack, which is, if you don't know this film, it's a biopic about Bob Dylan, and just a really great film directed by Todd Haynes. You really need to check it out if you're into Dylan, or if you're, you know, just if you're into music, you need to check this film out. But yeah, the soundtrack's great. I mean, they have covers on there from Sonic Youth, I think Highway 61 Band or something, plenty of other artists, and they have some original Dylan stuff on there. Charlotte Gainsbourg, I think, contributes to it. Just some really great tracks. You know, Dylan covers mostly, but you know, some other stuff as well, and just an amazing soundtrack. So yeah, I don't think I've really answered that question very well at all. I mean, I don't own many soundtracks for you know, on CD or on vinyl, so you know, kind of tough for me. But yeah, picked out this one because just wanted to show something, I guess. Right then, so move on to the last question of the thread, which was a really great question. What does the vinyl community currently mean to you? And you know, it's a great question because I know, like many other people, you know, it's something that I really want to express and put out there, because you know, this vinyl community has meant so much to me over the last, you know, 2 or 3 months. I think I joined YouTube in December, the very end of December, but I've only been collecting vinyl, I think, since February. So I really haven't been, you know, part of this community as long as a lot of you guys have. But there's, you know, I've been part of it longer than a lot of people as well. I mean, the great thing is there's new people joining, literally, like, seemingly every day, joining this great community of ours and posting their own videos and commenting and just sharing, you know, sharing all the stuff they have. It's really, really great to see. And personally, what it's meant to me, I mean, first of all, it's completely changed my outlook on music. I mean, since joining this community and watching everyone's videos, you know, everything about my music listening and the way I listen to music has changed. And obviously what I'm listening to as well has been influenced heavily by what you guys have been recommending and suggesting. So yeah, I've just gone about my listening to music in a whole different way. Obviously, buying vinyl is the main reason for that, and the change in format has it's given me a lot more respect. It's made me respect music a lot more than I used to. When I listened to CDs or downloads, I didn't really treat music in the same way or with as much respect. So it's been great seeing how everyone appreciates their music, and just exploring everyone's tastes, and really picking up on some cool recommendations and cool ideas. I've thoroughly enjoyed watching you guys post your opinions, and also these threads. I mean, it's just an example of how great this community is, that these threads are just evidence of that, because being able to ask questions to people through the medium of YouTube is such a revolution. I mean, we would have never been doing this 10-15 years ago, and to think how far YouTube and technology has come, and that we have the possibility to do this is amazing. And I'm thankful for that. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, on a more personal level, I mean, posting these videos, I've always thought posting these videos is something, it's kind of a great audio diary in a way. I always find that, I always think to myself that it might be something that I'll be able to look back on maybe in 10 years time and see, what I was talking about, what I was, grooving to, what I was listening to, and what I was, what I was thinking, or what I was, doing at this time, and that's really fascinating to me. I always like looking back on old footage. We have family videos and stuff dotted around the house, and I've always enjoyed looking back and seeing what what's changed in the years in between. So that's another thing that's great about posting these videos. It's kind of like on a more personal level, it's kind of a thing that I'll be hoping to look back on in maybe 5-10 years time. But what can I say? The vinyl community is incredible, and it's amazing how it's growing. And I haven't come across someone that's everyone that I've come across in this vinyl community has been so friendly, so forthcoming, and so pleasant, and easy to communicate with, I guess. And it's just been a joy watching and posting these videos, and yeah, what else can I say? It's incredible, and I'm sure pretty much everyone feels the same way. But yeah, that's pretty much my answer to this thread, guys. Great questions Mr. Hall of Fame has put together here, and it's been great watching some other replies to this thread. And again, sorry that it's so late, my response, but maybe I've made up for that with a lengthy reply. This is my longest, I think, well, yeah, definitely the longest reply to a thread that I've done. So yeah, great thread, and as I've said before, I'm hoping to get maybe a thread of my own up pretty soon, but in the midst of these exams, it's been tough to even post anything. So that'll probably come after exams are finished at the end of June. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and keep posting the videos and keep the vinyl spinning. Thanks, guys.